For many of us who have reached a level of success, we have fought through a lot to get there. And I think that part of the story is often left off and sometimes ignored. And I think it's an important thing to share. Hey, it's Rob here, and today I want to talk about my personal journey from darkness to purpose. Because I think that a lot of times when we see successful people, we figure that things must have been easy for them, or that things have, you don't see the journey, you don't see the process, you only see the result. And for many of us who have reached a level of success, we have fought through a lot to get there. And I think that part of the story is often left off and sometimes ignored. And I think it's an important thing to share because all of us go through dark periods. All of us go through times that things aren't like we want them to be, or things seem, hopeless. Seems like we're never going to get to where we want to go. And I went through that personally, and I had a period of major depression in my life where I really felt hopeless. And I didn't know what my purpose was. I didn't know what I was going to do from day to day. I didn't have a plan. I didn't have any kind of strategy for my life at all. And you can imagine, or maybe you've experienced, the kind of toll that takes on you. And day after day, kind of just waking up and feeling listless and feeling like there really isn't any point to this journey, and feeling like you're spinning your wheels or feeling like you're failing. So that's something that I think we all go through. And I know a lot of people have gone through that and have come out the other side. And I know a lot of people also are struggling with that on the day-to-day. So what I hope to do here is just give you some encouragement and give you some actionable steps that I took that really helped me and helped me to kind of break out of that, come out of my shell, and live the happy and fulfilled life that I do now. And so, again, this idea of coming through darkness and coming through a period where nothing seems to go your way, this is not something a lot of people talk about. But, there are transformation techniques that I learned over the years and that I still use that are part of my daily routine and part of my rituals that I've created to support myself and to create momentum to keep me going on the right path. And so some of these transformation techniques are things that I have kind of developed, I guess. Largely, though, they are from other sources. They are from books and they are from seminars. Those are my two main areas of, collecting these things. The source material. Podcasts have become a thing, too, that I don't listen to a lot of podcasts, though, to be honest. I do watch some YouTube videos, but I say watch loosely. I'm most often listening to a YouTube video on my commute. And some of them, unfortunately, have not unfortunately, because YouTube is a visual platform, but some of them have a lot of visuals. And so those are the ones that I have to kind of file away on my watch for later list and save for later. But a lot of them have a lot of actionable content and strategies and momentum building ideas that just come through listening to the audio. So that's kind of my form of podcast, is mostly YouTube videos. And that's something I hope to do here, is create some videos that people like you can listen to. And, maybe on your commute while you're going one place to another, you pop on one of my videos, 10 minutes or less, or maybe 15 at the most. And that's what I'm shooting for here. And you can pick something up that's useful for you. So again, these transformation techniques and strategies and these tactics that I use, a lot of them came from books and from seminars that I've been to. And that was kind of one of the biggest breakthroughs for me, was when I started attending seminars. Books are great, and books are the thing that started me off on this whole journey in the first place was a book. I used to read for pleasure, and I still read for pleasure occasionally, but I used to read only for pleasure. I read a lot of sports books, and then I read some science fiction books and things like that. That kind of stuff is fun and it's entertaining and it's a good getaway, and I'm not knocking it at all, but I've kind of changed my approach more to reading for content and reading nonfiction books and reading for improvement and for self-improvement, and particularly trying to pick up strategies that other people write about that I might be able to use. And a lot of times I modify them to fit my own needs. And there's a wonderful thing about books, which is that when you read something in the pages of a book by a personal growth or self-development author, you don't have to take everything that they say. You can just use a thing or two. And to me, if I got one thing out of a 350-page book, it was worth it. Just one thing is all I want. And I hope for more, but I am happy with just one thing, because that one thing is something that I can use to shift things in the right direction for myself. So the biggest thing, though, about seminars, and the book that got started, by the way, the book I started with a long time ago, was a book called Unlimited Power. It was written by a guy named Anthony Robbins, according to the cover, who, of course, now is known as Tony Robbins. Many, many years later, he wrote that book in, I think, the early 90s, maybe even the late 80s, that book was written, Unlimited Power. He has now, of course, become Tony Robbins, and everyone knows who he is, and everyone knows what he does. And I've been to a couple of Tony Robbins seminars since, but seminars in general, I try to attend as many as I can. Because the wonderful thing about seminars is that it's the people. It's not necessarily the speakers that you see, although I do take some good notes most times, and I do pay a lot of attention to what's being said. But it's the people there that you can connect with and that you can build relationships with, that you can learn from. And there are things that people have shown me, techniques that I have discussed with people and learned from them, that those were the game changers. Those were the breakthrough moments. And there are many people that I've met at seminars through the years that I'm still in touch with, and that we still connect and reconnect now and then, whether it's through the internet or a phone call or text messaging or whatever it might be. And so that, to me, is the real value of seminars and going to seminars, and that's why I go to them. And the one that changed me the most was a seminar I went to in Texas. It was a 3-day or 4-day event. I think it was a 3-day event. And that is the first time that I really went to a seminar and I made it a goal to meet people and to talk to other people. And sometimes that's a nerve-wracking thing for us, and it can be a little bit fearful. Now I have no problem with it at all, and that's something that I've kind of broken through, a fear that I've broken through. I'll talk about that in a different video. But this whole idea of transforming from darkness to a sense of purpose really was, the catalyst for that was this seminar that I went to in Texas, where I just made it a goal to learn from as many people as possible, not just the speakers on the stage, but the people around me and the people I could meet and talk to during the breaks and at night in different venues that people went to during the seminar. And so I learned about the power of community and the idea that we can learn from each other and help each other. And that successful people, most of the time, most successful people that you meet, we don't want to hide from you or from anyone what we know and what we've learned. We want to share it. That's part of the growth process and part of really making the most of ourselves and making the most of my life personally. It's all about sharing what I know and bringing it to other people. And so that's what I plan to do here and what I hope to do just with this video here. And so the power of community is very important. That is what I am building here with my channel and with my website. And I invite you to head over there and check it out. It's www.yoursoulsource.com. You can get over there and you can become a part of the community. And I have an email newsletter that I send out, and I don't spam you. I send you stuff that works, stuff that's good for, things that you want to accomplish, stuff that will help you on your path. At least I hope it does. And if it doesn't, unsubscribe. No hard feelings. But that's what I really want to invite people to do, is to communicate together and collaborate and come together to succeed as a group. And one of my sayings that I love to use over there is "we chase success." We is the operative word there, okay? And so I want to invite you to chase success with us, because I believe that excellence is a decision, and I also believe that the more you give, the more you get. So over there, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I just want you to join up and see what we're doing and become a part of it and share some things that you know that can help the group as well. So again, I'm Rob. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy the future videos on this channel. What I do here is kind of walk through some of these materials like books and seminars and things that I enjoy doing and bring you the actionable steps and the actionable advice and the things that I'm doing in my life so that you might be able to extract something from that to use in your life. So I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. So long.
I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me.